Hello and welcome back to Misrepresented. I'm your host, Lisa Opie, and today I'm so excited because we have a very special guest. She is a 23-year-old entrepreneur with not one but two businesses. One is a women's clothing brand and the other one is a photography studio. And she's also the mother of a beautiful 2-year-old boy. So please welcome Nyiesha Joseph.
Hi.
Hi, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, and you?
Good. I was just thinking about how we met, and I feel like we've always been entrepreneurs because we met taking a lash extension certification course.
Yes.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, that was so fun. And I feel like, our instructor Precious was so incredible. And she's also like a serial entrepreneur herself with multiple businesses as well. But I'm just so happy we connected.
Yeah.
Are you still doing lashes by any chance?
No.
No. How did that go for you?
I don't think I have the patience for it. I felt like that wasn't really like my passion.
Yeah.
So I kind of let that go. But I'm all into like figuring out like what's your passion? Like what do you really love?
Yeah.
So I've took the lash class, a brow class.
Oh my gosh. So you're basically like a cosmetologist too, like you know everything about the beauty industry. And no, I felt the same way, like lashes, my back hurt, my eyes hurt. It was like great money, but I just feel like the work that we put in is just way too much. So I feel like you found your passion now. So tell me a little bit about both of your businesses and how you started them.
Okay, well, I have the boutique and we're opening on October 21st.
Oh my gosh.
We also have a photo studio in there, so I'm also a photographer. I did start taking pictures with my boutique. So I was actually at the studio one day. I usually like book a studio, and I was like, I'm spending all this money, paying photographers. Let me just book a studio.
Yeah.
It was down the street from my house. I booked it, and I actually saw like, I kind of like this. And my mom was like, you're really good at this. Even the person who owned the studio, he was like, you're really good at this.
Oh my gosh. So were there like experiences in the past where you hired a photographer and you either like weren't happy with the product, or it was just like too expensive or too much work, or you didn't get your pictures back on time where you were like, I'm going to do it myself?
I think it was more so waiting for the edits to come back and all the pictures.
Yeah.
And also the money, because it does add up each shoot.
No, definitely. And it's just a lot of going back and forth. And sometimes you want to change one thing and it's like, how do I describe it and put it into a paragraph? I could just do it myself.
Yes. That's
so
exactly
do you do your own editing too?
Yes.
Wow.
I do my own editing. I'm actually trying to like learn more. So I watch like TikToks. I watch people, who are photographers.
Yeah. Wow.
Just trying to learn some more.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. So your studio is inside your clothing boutique, right?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me more about that. How did you start your nice closet and what opened the door to open this like storefront?
So actually, I've had a business plan for about maybe a year or two.
Okay.
And I sat on it. Because I felt like I was scared. I wasn't ready. And I was scared. The word scared is just...
It's terrifying,
yes.
right?
It's terrifying.
Like, are we going to fly? Are we going to fall?
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Yeah. But I was just like around August, I was like, I just want to risk it. Let's just do it.
And you're doing
and
it?
And it happened.
Yes. How do you feel?
It happened too quick, I felt like.
Oh my gosh. But that's always good. I feel like when things are easy, it's meant for you and it's just made to happen.
Yes. I felt like it was God's timing.
Yeah, definitely. So I know that you work a full-time job as well. So on top of your two businesses, you also have a 9-to-5.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that and how you balance your personal life and your work.
So I work a 9-to-5. So I work for the state of Florida. I'm a record specialist.
Wow.
So I clock in from 8 a.m. to 4:30. Right after that, I pick up my son. I'm a mommy. Then after that, we're working on the businesses.
Oh my gosh. So do you ever sleep?
I do.
You do?
I think these past couple of days, trying to get the studio open, I've been getting like 3-4 hours of sleep.
Oh my gosh. And you're still here, like full energy, doing a podcast with me. Thank you so much for taking the time.
You're welcome.
By the way, who are we wearing right now? You guys have like a little sneak peek of Nice closet because I'm wearing this super cute tracksuit.
Yes. And I also have my nice closet.
I love it so much. That corset is adorable. Oh my gosh. That's going to be like next on my shopping list.
Yes.
I love her stuff, you guys. I've been wearing it for a few years now. I feel like you have tracksuits, swimsuits, dresses. Like, anything for every hot girl in Miami, right? Like, that's the vibe.
Any occasion.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so back to business really fast.
Mm-hmm.
I made a lot of mistakes starting out, and I feel like I learned from every single one of them. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
grateful, right? But we have viewers out there that maybe don't want to make our mistakes. So what are some mistakes that you learned from, and can you share them with us, and how not to repeat that?
Let's see. I feel like one thing is we have to learn like how to do our stuff within our business, and then like once you mastered it, then you can pass it on to someone else. Be like, okay, now I can hire someone to work on this while I work on the next thing.
Definitely.
And I felt like that was a mistake that I made during the pandemic. It was probably like a little bit after the pandemic. I did hire someone to do Facebook ads because it was making people a lot of money around that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let me just do it. And I ended up losing about $2,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, no one knows that, not even my family members.
Oh no, well they know now.
Yeah, they know now, but I feel like mistakes happen. And that was a lesson learned for me.
Were there any like red flags going into it where you like a little like, was there a moment where you were like, should I do this or not? Or were you like, I'm 100% convinced this is going to happen? Because like, what are some red flags to look out for? What if like someone else could fall into that trap? What are some things they could do to take precautions?
I feel like you have to do your research more. You have to look at your options more and like learn how to do it yourself. Because I was like a little bit optimistic. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Yeah.
I told my boyfriend like, should I do this? And he was like, well, if it's going to help your business, then you should.
Oh, he's so supportive.
Yes, he is.
Wow.
So that happens, and I feel like it was a lesson learned.
Yeah, and maybe like next time, just deposits, and then once everything is delivered, you make the final payment. If they can't work with you on that, then we're not going to work together.
Yes, that I learned too.
Yeah. So boyfriends, I feel like, I'm always complaining about men, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's so hard being a woman, but there's so many supportive men in our lives, right? Yes. And we're so lucky to have them. Has he played like a role in building your studio or anything like that?
He's played a really big role. He's actually outside.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that. He can come in.
He's actually, yes, he's outside, but he does play a huge role.
Yeah.
With looking for a location.
Wow.
He actually did the whole studio, the floors, the painting.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, everything, the baseboards.
Wow.
So he's really supportive.
I love that. So what are some challenges that you face? I think first being a young entrepreneur, a minority, and a woman, having multiple businesses and growing so quickly. Like, has it been hard? Do you face any discrimination?
I feel like because of my age, and I feel like people are like, you're too young. Like, why do you want to do this? Like, when I was looking for a location, someone that I did come across, he was just like, what are you gonna do in there? I said, oh, it's gonna be a studio, a boutique. He was like, like, his attitude it wasn't sitting well with my spirit. So I was just like, next.
Wow. So did you pass on that space?
Yes, I passed on that space, and it was over budget anyways. Yeah. So I ended up finding my current location, and my boyfriend did all the talking when we first met the landlord.
Wow.
And everything worked out.
It's so interesting because sometimes, like, as women, and I hate to say this, but it's just the truth and what we experience is, like, sometimes we need our guys to, like, speak for us because then they're taken more seriously. Because if we say it, they're like, oh, whatever, but they'll take the guys seriously for saying the exact same thing.
Yes, that happened to me in Home Depot the other day.
Oh,
that's
my
like
gosh.
my new store. I'm always in there every day.
I love Home Depot.
And I just I went by myself to get some wood, and the experience was different from when my boyfriend goes in there with me. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, the guys will be like, oh, you're a bro, and they're so happy to help. But then for a girl, they're like, what are you doing in here?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of feel like I don't belong, It's, like, so weird. There's this TikTok, and it's like, if you're looking for a husband, go to Home Depot and look lost.
Have you heard that? Yes.
And now Home Depot is, like, full of lost-looking girls, so now they're probably tired of it.
They are.
Oh, my gosh, that is so funny. Okay, so what are some tips that you have for girls that are starting their first businesses?
I say I have 3 good tips. One would be to follow your dreams, because I feel like as a mother, when my son grows up, I'm going to tell him to do whatever you dream of, and I'm 100% behind you. And it's like your dream. So you shouldn't let anything stop you from doing whatever you want to do.
Yep.
And tip number 2 would be it's basically the same as number one. Like, just
do it,
Just do
right?
it.
Because I always hear people and they're like, oh, well, I want to do something eventually, but I'm just waiting for blah. And I'm like, those are excuses. Don't wait.
Yes.
Don't wait till you're ready. Just like dive in. Just start. Like start that first step and then just keep going. And then everything will fall into place.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. What about tip number 3?
I'd say tip number 3 would be, like, I know a lot of people talk about the support part.
Oh, yeah.
Every time when I'm looking at, like, let's say a podcast or someone talking about, their businesses, the number one thing is like support.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you just have to be like that number one player for yourself, and then everything will like fall in line. Whoever wants to support you, will support you.
Wow. I just got goosebumps because I was just thinking that this morning, and like with everything that we do, sometimes the people that you think will support you the most support you the least. You'll launch your new brand and then your closest friends get really, really quiet and they don't buy anything. They don't congratulate you. And it's like, okay, maybe there's a little bit of jealousy there. But then there's the people that you expect the least to support you, and they're the ones that are like, hey girl, like I just bought everything in your store, I'm so proud of you. They'll share, they'll promote, and that is just so true for me, is like just finding that support. But definitely number one would be you supporting yourself.
Yes.
And you really can't count on anybody else.
No, you can't. But one thing I can say though is like I have a really nice support system.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that part I'm not too really worried about, like the support will just fall in line.
Exactly. And the way, like, when you keep growing, it's just going to get even bigger.
Yes,
so,
even bigger.
I mean, you're only 23 years old. Like, I only had one business at 23, and I'm, like, so proud of that. But 2 at 23, and that's after you did lashes and all of your courses. So I'm just, like, so proud of you. It's been amazing, like, watching you grow. I can't believe you're just 23. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I think at the time we met, I was fresh out of high school.
You were a baby.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. But
I love to figure the world out.
But it was a stepping stone. I feel like we were all there so we could meet. I had to meet Precious and I had to meet you.
Yes.
And now we're all connected and we're supporting each other in everything that we're doing. So
I love that.
It's so important.
Yes.
So what's next for you?
I'd say in the next few years, I see myself with a bigger either warehouse or nice storefront. I also see myself teaching people how to run their businesses, how to get funding for your businesses, business credit.
Can you sneak us a little bit of advice on that right now?
I'd say
a little freebie.
I'd say start off with your business plan. Once you get your business plan, then you need to work on your business credit. You can open up they're called Net 60 and Net 30 accounts. You can use Uline. If you want inventory, there's a website called Fair.
Wow.
Yes, and you can literally buy inventory and you don't have to pay until 60 days later.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes. And they build your business credit. So once you're ready to get that funding.
Oh my gosh. And you got funding, right?
Yes.
Wow.
That's how I opened up my studio. I was able to get funding, and it was a little scary. That's why I sat on it for a while, because I'm like, I don't want to make the wrong decision with this money.
Yeah. I feel like getting a loan for a business is way more effective than getting a loan for college.
Yes.
Especially in today's day and age. There's people that are like hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt for a, like political science degree like me. And I'm not using that degree at all. And I'm like, why did I go to college? I should have just put all of that money towards my business, and that would have really catapulted my career. So, parents might hate me for saying this, but my advice is, like, if you have a business idea, you have that entrepreneurial spirit like us.
Yes.
Just go for it, because it's safer than a student loan, I think, at this point.
I think so too. I have a student loan.
Oh
but
my gosh. So you went to college?
Yes, I did go for I think a year or 2.
Wow. What were you pursuing in that time?
I was actually pursuing a business administration degree, and I'm actually going back.
Wow. So that actually goes hand in hand with everything you're doing. So that definitely helped you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I am going to go back. I'm going to go for my bachelor's.
Oh my gosh. This girl, you guys need to watch this girl. She is like unstoppable. Oh my gosh. So let's see. We talked about growing your business. Is there anything else you can share with us about growing a business?
Well, for me, I did stop. I always stop and go. So I felt like this time around, me making this big commitment, opening a storefront, is like, okay, I can't stop anymore. This is what I'm passionate about. Just go full on. And I feel like you also have to learn what your business needs. And mine was marketing. I sat back for a while. My business was open, but I wasn't posting. I wasn't doing any new inventory. And I was actually just researching. Like,
wow.
And now I feel like, okay, I have the marketing down pat. Let's just do it.
Oh my gosh. Whose like marketing do you look up to? Are there any big brands where you're like, I love how they market their brands?
I'm not gonna lie, Fashion Nova.
I love Fashion Nova.
You work with them, yes.
Yeah, they're so funny. They get really creative. There was one, it was like the Real Nova Babes or something, and it was like a reality show, but they were talking about like this like butt lifting, you know, underwear. And I'm like, this is so, how do they think of this stuff? Like, I need to hire their marketing team.
Yes. And also like her name is Mia Ray. She owns like a nice luxury I think it's like a luggage line.
Oh wow.
She sells like purses, luggages. I love the way she markets.
I have to look into that. Was there like a standout thing where you were like, I'm gonna, you know, follow that template?
Like, it's just the way she launches a new collection.
Oh wow.
It's like a storytelling.
I love that.
Oh,
Oh, that's so luxurious. Yes. They always tell a story.
Yes. And I love that.
Oh my gosh. So how important is like keeping a positive mindset?
I think it's very important. Just last year around this time, I felt like I was in a really like dark space and really depressed, and my business wasn't doing well. I wasn't in the right space. And I felt like I just had to have that talk with myself and talk to God. And then I'm just amazed because last year it was really horrible around this time, and this year is like, wow,
you're blowing up. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes. So I feel like you just have to like sit down and talk to yourself and write your goals out. Me, I'm like a very visual person. I have to write everything down.
I love that. And I feel like you like write it into your life, you know, it's like a manifestation thing a little bit.
Yes, it is. It really is.
Okay, so to wrap it up, we're gonna do like a really fun like rapid fire Q&A. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you like this or that questions and maybe just like fun questions. So let me see what I have in my notes. Okay. First fun question. We both live in Miami. Are you born and raised in Miami?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm sure you have some crazy stories. Do you have any crazy Miami girl stories?
Let's say, I think me and my friends were going out one night, and a man came running up to our car. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he came running up to our car, and I just remember me backing out. I don't know how I backed out, and then we just took off.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
So now, like, I don't sit in my car. Like, I can't sit in my car at night, especially at night.
Oh my gosh. Where was this?
It was actually around North Miami.
Oh my gosh. There's some weirdos here. Yes. You know, especially after dark, it turns into like The Walking Dead sometimes. Yes. Okay, so this or that questions, girly. Would you rather wear a maxi dress or a tracksuit when you're just having like a chill day?
I say a tracksuit. I'm a tracksuit girl.
Me too. Can you tell?
Exactly what you're wearing.
Yes, I love it. Okay, business question. Would you rather do a Zoom call or an in-person meeting?
I feel like in person because you have a different, you know, it's like a different energy in person.
Me too. There's that like human connection and there's no like, can you hear me now on Zoom? You know, are you there? Oh, you're breaking up. Can you repeat that? It turns into a mess. But I have to say it depends on who it's with.
That's true too.
Because sometimes it's like, okay, no, like Zoom call, we just need to wrap it up quick. And, you know, if they're like in California or something, it's good to have a Zoom call. But meetings are it for me too, though.
Yeah.
Reels or TikTok?
I'm going to say TikTok.
Yes. All the fun trends are there, right?
Yes.
Reels is so serious and it's good for like business inspiration or like content inspo, but you have fun on TikTok. That's where the party's at.
Yes, it is. And that's where I get more views out on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Because they give you room to grow.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite TikTok trend right now? I love Tube Girl. I have to figure out how she does those angles.
Yes.
It's so crazy. And I need a train.
You do. You'll probably have to go to NYC for a day.
Yeah, definitely. Get that wind.
I'm gonna say it's a song by the City Girls. I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm on a runway.
Ooh, I love that. Yes. It makes all the difference.
Yes.
Okay, would you rather be front row at Fashion Week or on the red carpet at a movie premiere?
I'm going to say front row at Fashion Week.
Next to Anna Wintour.
Yes, because you never know, you're going to get invited to the red carpet.
Yeah, exactly. She's so smart. I love the way you think. Tinted moisturizer or foundation?
I'm going to say foundation.
Me too. I love full coverage, full glam. Give me that full face. Okay, last question. What is a Reels audio or TikTok audio that you have stuck in your head right now?
I'm going to say the same thing.
The City Girls?
Yes.
Love that. I'm going to say the same thing too, girl. I'm the first lady of Juicy Couture.
Yes.
Or Nice Closet. Okay. Love that. So to wrap it up, I know that we're so excited for your journey. I see you going so far, doing really big things. So where can we follow your personal journey on Instagram or wherever?
So my personal page is Miss Nyiesha, and my boutiques page is shop.nicecloset, and my studios page is just Nice Closet Studio.
Love that. I was just going to ask that. So if we want to shop these amazing pieces, where can we go to buy these online?
Nicecloset.online.
Awesome.
Take you straight to our website and also our booking site too.
I love that. And you have a store coming up. Where is the location for that?
So it's in Miami Gardens. It's literally right across from Tootsie's. So if you're going to the club, you can stop by.
Tootsie's is a landmark.
Yes.
If you're in Miami. Oh my gosh, we'll just leave it at that. Well, thank you so much for being on our show. Is there anything else you want to share with us?
No, that was pretty much it. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much for coming on. You're amazing. And we'll see you guys in our next episode.